Welcome back, guys. BUB True, another episode. I'm your host, Abby Mo, and it's my boy Jared.
Special guest right here.
Dave is been busy. It's been busy life for him, so I want to be able to keep putting out content for you guys. So here we are. We'll see how this goes. How are you, fam?
I'm good, bro. I want to just jump straight into it, bro. Do you remember Dave telling us about those knocks on his window?
Oh, that shit was crazy.
Bro, that was insane.
That shit was insane. Okay, so...
Tell him. Let him know.
All right, so our roommate Dave, it was 3 a.m., huh?
Yeah, he said it was like 3 a.m.
3 a.m. on a fucking Thursday night, whatever.
And I'll get to it later.
Yeah. So besides the point, here we are. Me and Jared are currently watching a movie in my room. We're nowhere near Dave whatsoever. 3 a.m. My man's just playing video games, and there he is. And next thing you know, according to him, I don't know if he's capping, because he be capping sometimes.
That might be cap.
He hears 3 knocks to his right. Kind of like takes off his headset when he's playing video games and looks that way, and he's like, what the fuck was that? So then he kind of just doesn't mind it, whatever. Puts on his headset again, and then 3 more knocks shortly after.
And he thought it was us.
Yes.
So after these happened, he texts both Abner and I, and he's like...
No, but there was 4 different times when he got knocked 3 times.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so it was 3 on one window, 3 on the other, 3 again on that same window, and then 3 again. And the reason why it's trippy is because both windows, the way the house is set up, is split up by a fence. So the only way to accomplish that would be to have somebody in sequence with you to do it at the same time. So that's why it's trippy. And here, me and Jared are in my room watching a movie, not knowing what's going on, and he randomly texts me. He goes, "Are you up?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And then all he says is, "Fuck you." And I was like, okay, the fuck?
But, bro, fam, like, to make it worse, that's when we were watching the Cecil Hotel documentary.
So it's even trippier.
So it's even trippier because we're already freaking out. We're watching this documentary, which is what we're going to get into. But, so we're watching some crazy shit, and then Dave tells us this, and I was like, there's no way.
Crazy shit.
The next morning, it snowed the night before, so the next morning he comes up to me, he's like, fuck you. And I was like, bro, like, I didn't do nothing. What did I do? And then he's like, you and Abner were knocking on my window. And I was like, nah, fam, you're bugging. And I was like, we can go outside, like, there will be no footprints in the snow.
Oh, that's right, it had snowed. That's absolutely right.
And sure enough, there was no footprints on the snow, and he swore up and down.
On either side. So then Dave starts freaking out. And I freak out, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought he was capping.
I was bugging. And then on top of that, he swore up and down that he heard it. And he took his headphones off, and he heard it still. And I was like, there's no way.
Trippy shit. But speaking of the Cecil Hotel, the documentary was insane. Like, let's get right into it. Go ahead.
I'd like to say 10 out of 10. Like, I was fully in all 3 or 4 episodes.
Yes.
Bro, I was shook. Like, the whole situation of her, like, they don't know if she was, like, mentally unstable or not, but she was from Canada. She was 21, and she's traveling to the U.S. Mind you, she's from Canada, so she's going to a whole other country on her own for the first time. I mean, would you let your dog do that?
21, I feel like, is very young still, especially to go out of the country by yourself.
As a female in the U.S.?
Especially somewhere like Skid Row, like the hotel's located
the worst, like, place in the U.S., right?
Oh, it's super, the crime rates are crazy. The fucking Cecil Hotel is not the hotel you'd want your daughter to go to, plain and simple. It's a fucked up hotel. Not. It's just cheap. At the time, it was super cheap, so, like, she was trying to find a cheap getaway, and that's all she could afford at the time. And, I mean, yeah, it's crazy shit. So for those of you who don't know, Eliza Lamb is the one that mysteriously disappeared for 2 weeks and was found at the bottom of the tank of the water supply for the hotel. And the
fucked up part is they found her because the other residents that were staying there, they said their, like, shower water, their sink water, their drinking water was brown.
and it tasted gross. Like, ew, what
Like,
the
can
fuck?
you imagine, bro? Like,
There's some girl decaying at the bottom of the tank, and you're drinking that shit. What the fuck?
can you imagine like the trauma you would have staying at a hotel after that, bro?
I mean, everything that led up to it. So, she mysteriously disappeared. They opened up a huge investigation to try to find her, and it's just some trippy things. Like, for example, the footage that was recorded but right before she went missing was her getting into the elevator, and nobody knows where she was going because she went by herself. Like, there's no reliable evidence, nothing. But she was bugging. In the elevator, she was bugging. Like, first and foremost, the elevator was not working properly. Hence, like, it would not close. Like, the door would not close. She'd press the floor that she wanted to go to, and the elevator would not go anywhere.
No, if I remember, she pushed like all the buttons.
No,
in the
but
middle.
that was, like, later into the video because it was, like, a minute long, right? And the elevator was not going anywhere. And as time passed, she got really weird. So, at one point, she was, like, going in and out of the elevator.
She looked like she was hiding from something.
Yeah,
it was weird.
like
It was
something
wild.
was after. Oh, it's getting me chills, bro. Like, oh,
I know. Just talking about it is freaking me
I'm
out.
just like, bruh. Okay, so she's in and out of the elevator, like looking side to side. Then she like stands there for a sec, and then the elevator is still not going anywhere. You know how usually elevators try to close on you? That was not the case. Like, this bitch was staying open for whatever reason. And then next thing you know, she like gets into the corner of the elevator, like out the way. And then after that, presses all the buttons. And then next thing you know, she dips out and goes to the left. After that, nobody saw.
There's like no
nobody
cameras in
knew
the
of her.
hallway.
Yeah, there's no
nothing.
cameras. And what's even crazier is part of the footage was cut out. So like, because the video was posted up on all social media platforms at the time. I don't know.
It was on the LA Sheriff's Department page.
Yes,
that's how they released the video.
That's how they released the footage, and all these people started reviewing the footage, and this one high tech guy or whatever noticed that the part of the footage
This nerd
noticed that part of the footage was cut out. Like, nobody knows. I think they said 30 seconds was missing.
Or no 30 no was it? No, like 50 seconds, wasn't it?
It was
and
50 seconds.
The number 30 was slowed down 30%.
Yes,
that's how we came up with that number.
And just very, very trippy things like the sheriff's department, right, at the time, there was 40 detectives on the case, and after 2 weeks it got cut down to 4, right?
Yeah, because someone was shooting other officers. There was an ex-officer shooting other officers.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Shit's going down at Skid Row.
Which I also seen that someone thinks that officer had something to do with it and was trying to get everyone off the case.
Yes,
but
that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just so many conspiracy theories revolving around this fucking documentary alone. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, this is not a conspiracy video. This is just
this is raw
this.
footage.
Just go watch this.
Yeah, straight up. And cool, whatever. Supposedly they searched the building from roof to bottom, right? But they ended up finding her in the water supply tank, which the maintenance guy, came across her and left out the fact that he found the tank open,
right,
after the cops had supposedly already fucking searched up there. What kind of shit is that? How do you not notice the water tank open?
Fam, I don't know. They had coppers around.
That's what I'm saying.
Hella press. I don't know how you missed that.
And you need special you're supposed to have special access to the roof. Not anybody can just get up there.
Well, no, they said there was a window. It was a fire escape. So people can get up there. It's
just hard
in case of a fire.
Yeah. So there's other theories of Elisa Lam being on drugs, and she drowned herself. There's also other theories about somebody else drugging her, then dragging her up there and drowning her.
Right.
There's just a lot of theories. The cops are sus. The cops are sus. It's just a lot of whole sussery up in that bitch.
And what blew my mind, bro, is the last place she was seen was buying a book. And I know that sounds weird, but like this bookstore was called The Last Bookstore.
That's fucking trippy.
Isn't that wild?
That's
like The Last Bookstore. Like
The Last Bookstore.
That blew my mind, bro. That was insane to me. I couldn't like piece it together. Like it kept me up all night.
Dude, like, okay, so here's something even trippier about The Last Bookstore, right? So if you look it up on Google and you scroll down and you get the info on it, the address and whatnot, if you click on the zip code, it takes you to the area of Eliza Lamb's cemetery where she was buried.
In Canada.
Not even in the United States, bro. Like, oh, how?
I don't know, bro. Like, I do not know. I wish I knew.
It's so weird. And I feel like Eliza Lamb knew something that she wasn't supposed to know. Because, like, she was, like, very smart. There was even, like, so crazy enough, the tuberculosis test, like to get tested to see if you have tuberculosis, is called Lam Eliza.
So her name backwards.
Like,
and they tested people on Skid Row, which is across the street from the hotel, positive for that after she went missing.
How fucking crazy is that?
This whole
story's fucked. You're trying to tell me that this ain't sus? Like, bruh, this shit's fucked. Is what it at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
What about the movie reenactment, bro? You remember that?
Oh yeah, there's
a movie in 2005.
And this happened in 2013. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, so the documentary, when she was found in the water tank, 2013. So prior to that, 8 years, right? 8 years?
Yeah.
There was a movie called
Dark
Water. And it's about a family in the hotel. And there's a scene where the little girl is wearing damn near the same outfit Elisa Lam was wearing the same night. Yes. So this little girl's wearing almost the same outfit. You know, she leaves the elevator, she goes up the stairs, and she falls into the water tank of the hotel, and her mom finds her in there.
And like the water's brown, like the water's gross.
Yeah, in the movie, the water's brown, like the guests are bugging.
Dude,
8 years prior to when this happened.
Almost a decade before this whole Elisa Lam shit happened. Like, absolutely fucking insane in my opinion. Like, that shit is crazy. It gives me chills to this day. Documentary, 10 out of 10. Go watch it.
What about one last thing? That Morbid guy, that YouTube Metal Rock guy, this guy. Remember that thing?
Oh yes.
So the exact dates, but a year prior to when Elisa stayed there, he was staying there. And he shot a music video on his YouTube out there. And, you know, it's just like roaming the streets. But the whole music video, he's chasing a girl and he's killing her.
Yes.
And in the lyrics, it's talking about drowning a girl. And it's fucked up because when that part came out, I guess people the internet went wild after him, like death threats.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, this dude, like, his life got ruined is what he said. Like, his life got fucked up after that.
And even authorities like confirmed that he was there a year before. Same date, but a year before.
He had nothing to do with it, and he was getting attacked on Twitter.
It was all types.
This is insane.
Go watch it.
Watch it. In other news, Drake dropped a mixtape project, Scary Hours 2. Really enjoyed it. I wasn't a fan at first, but you know, once you're in the car grooving, it spoke to me for sure.
I feel like that's every Drake album. I hate to admit it, but I feel like that's every Drake.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's like the first 2-3 go rounds, you're like, eh. And then like there's just that one day where you're just vibing in the car and
this is a fucking banger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, you start catching the lyrics, and before you know it, it's like your fucking go-to song.
Yeah, you're just like vibing to it day in and day out.
Nah, yeah. What about that Tory Lanez? I felt the same way. It was just like,
I honestly didn't listen to the Tory Lanez.
No,
I'm not huge on Tory Lanez.
I was gonna say I'm more of a fan than you are.
Yeah,
Tory
for
Lanez.
sure. Drake's my dude. Tory Lanez is your dude.
That's fair.
I mean, did you like it?
It's all right.
It was mid.
It was just, well, I haven't listened to it enough. Same thing, like
Fair
it takes
enough.
me a couple.
I'm ready for Certified Lover Boy. Drake, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, you've had enough recovery time. Drop it, bro.
Well, wasn't it supposed to be end of January?
Yeah, bro.
So more than a
we're
month
coming
ago.
up on 2 months that he said he'd release Certified Lover Boy. I'm sick of waiting. I'm ready to cry. I'm ready to go on a cruise and just listening to it day in and day out.
Yeah, I'm ready to cry too.
Oh God. In other news, a $1.9 trillion stimulus package on the gang. We're getting $1,400 for those who can. Sorry, DACA people, you know.
Aldo.
Fuck you. Anywho, big plans. I want to start on my leg sleeve with this 1,400.
Oh, why are you copying me?
Oh my God, dude! I've been talking about a leg sleeve.
Start your
Fuck
arm
you,
sleeve,
no.
bud. Yeah, start your arm
I
sleeve.
want to get jacked first. I want to get fucking yoked.
Who you going with? Who you gonna go with?
My tattoo artist,
Yeah, who you going with?
Spaghetti Cray.
Hey, yo, Spaghetti Cray. Fuck this fool's leg up. Hey, J-Rock, tell him Spaghetti Cray to fuck this fool's leg up.
Other than that, I mean, what else you got?
Shit, bro, that's been it. I mean, it's been kind of...
I mean, it's been hectic. I'm sorry that it's been so long for putting out some more content. I appreciate you guys. For those who still watch, thank you guys. The giveaway, let them know about the giveaway.
Yeah. So on my IG, you know, I'm doing a giveaway. I don't want to show you guys what it is, but you know, just be on the lookout for my IG. I'll post what it is and I'll post what you got to do to just enter in it. You ain't got to do nothing. You just got to post a picture pretty much. So be on the lookout for that.
Post a picture, tag a couple friends. There's gonna be some guidelines for sure. That way, you know,
Tag the
we're
Do
trying
World
to get,
page.
Yeah, Do World to the fucking moon, baby.
All the way up and down, dog.
Other than that, I appreciate you guys. It's been a ride. I mean, it's been hectic. It's been busy. I've been busy. It's life. It's adulting. So I'm glad to be able to, you know, put out some more content for y'all. But, you know, I'll try to be more consistent. As of now, we're shooting for every other week. We'll see where it goes. We're still working on getting a 4 mic set up to have more people on and get into some crazy conversations, you know. But thank you guys once again.
Also, one thing, you know, if you guys want us to do like another review on something, like just hit this food's line. We'll watch it. We ain't got much to do.
Hit a line. We'll review it. We'll do some research on it. We'll talk about it. We want to be more involved with you guys. It's going to be awesome. But until next time, be you and be true, baby.
Later, Blair.